So anyway, so what I'm doing now, guys, is I'm focusing on helping myself to deliver content in ways that I'm learning forward. I'm doing something forward right now to help you guys to see myself over here in different ways. I'm making sure that no matter what that I'm learning quickly upon helping myself to deliver content. And that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is learning how to deliver something that's helping you to move forward. So if you're focusing on doing something to help you move, if you're doing something to help yourself move forward, then all you need to do is focus on something that's actually moving forward for you in different ways, and that's all you have to do. I love I focus upon understanding straight away how I feel. I focus on doing something that's actually helping me to deliver that content. But the content of what? The content of everything, man. The content of making sure I'm much more successful always. That's what I have to do, man. I have to do that, and that's a beautiful start. But that's the thing I realized. That's something of words over here, and that's something where a physical is. That's the exemption over here. To focus on the physical aspects of life over here. Actually, yeah. Actually, it's more how the physical aspects over here is what you want. You want to focus on the physical aspect of life, where you look at woman now. And guess what, bro? It's much more how you have to understand that's much more how it is. Because that's what you need to do right now. And you have to understand straight away that if you're looking at that, then you go and focus upon the physical realm. And the physical realm of that, actually, that's what helps you to chase them. I guess what I realize now why. I realize that it's much more how it is. And guess what I realize that's what you want. Because that's what I understand. I understand straight away how I feel. But guess what, approach it's much more how I feel that the life I have right now is different. But guess what, I realize that it's much more how I understand straight away I feel. I feel that no matter what, I can find much better. I'll find much better than this. Guess what? A little bit. Guess what? I never go against that, man. I focus on saying that it's much more promote, man. Just promote, man. I focus on making sure it's much more. If you guys are really, really dwelling upon life, you have to understand how it feels to go and do greater. So I'm sure that if you're understanding how I feel about dwelling upon life here, I'm learning how to go and persuade myself to do better. But guess what? I realized go to the physical. The physical over here is much more how you have to understand straight away. It's much more, it's much more like that. Like guess what, bro? It's much more how I understand. That's where you have to understand that you have to go and discipline yourself, but you have to focus on understanding. There's always nice and beautiful physicality. And this one over here is much more what you understand. There's much more for you because you can handle that. For sure, that one, for sure, this one here, for sure, she's more how you have to understand. It's much more how you feel. You have to measure up, and you have to measure up to her. And guess what? You have everything. And guess what? Now you're done. Guess what? Everything's yours. And guess what? For sure, the physical realm every single day. If you go and focus upon helping yourself to just gain that space of time where you're learning very quickly upon what you're doing, especially this one here, where you can do that. Especially it's much more how it is. Especially this one here, especially you have to measure up. Especially this one is where you feel you have to do better. You have to do better much more in terms of life. So this one here, I feel that you have to go and do better. And you have to do better in a way that you can see it. But that's why you talk it out. You talk it out in a different way. And there's a long time ago I realized to get to her point, I realized it's much more how you have your word eye. Guess what? I realized I have to really measure up to you, mate, in the physical realm. Because the physical realm is I. I is the physical realm. Look at that. Now you can see I always measure up, mate. Jesus Christ is saying yes. You see now I here. That was I here, man. Guess what? For you, it's more how I feel. I understand straight away how to grow. So as I grow, I understand to just always go toward I, mate. Go toward I. I'm learning how to grow myself in different ways. I'm learning to just post another IGTV video in here. I'm learning different scenarios. I'm learning different ways of promoting. But guess what? That's my life now, for sure. There's nothing else to do. Right, guess what, you have to go and deliver content in different ways. If you deliver content in different ways, then you have that nice and beautiful Lithuania feel in the word I. And guess what? Russia is much more how you have to understand the physical Russian now. Russia is much more how you go and grow. You go and grow yourself. And what happens is that all comes naturally. Russia all comes naturally to you. Because guess what? Russia, you get followed. You get what you need. Alright, anyway. Russia is the word I, mate. Russia, they completely miss you out. Or so that some women go for you. I mean, some men go for you, but they have to go for your word I. They have to go for your I. I'm just word I. I mean, they look in the physical realm here. And they never look at the word I. And that's why they're losing, mate. Or should just stick to the word I, mate. That's it. Or should everything else happens, mate. Or should the word I is what you need. If you go for the word I, mate, then you have everything. Or should the word I is something that you need, and I'll focus on the loving I. Or should if I see anything about I over here, I see straight away how I feel. I go back to I again and again. I go focus on something that's I. When I is how I understand straight away. I can never lose myself in the word I. I'll go make some soup then. I feel like some soup in life. Or it's not sure how I feel. This is something that is actual physical weakness. Actual physical weakness in life over here. Where if you feel physical weakness, then it's fatigue. Russia, it's fatigue and energy, mate. Russia. That's what it is, mate. Russia, anything that's physical weakness is fatigue. In a sense, what I do is I feel like some nice and beautiful. Feel like some nice and beautiful noodles around here. And that's what I do. I just focus on myself over here. And guess what? I focus on myself over here. And I said that's why. Alright, that's much more how I feel. I feel that I have much more nice and beautiful life over here. Much more focusing on myself over here. I'm just learning something, yeah? I'm learning that I want to talk to myself and other people. Oh, I mean always. And guess what I realized? If I just stick to that and I just talk more words over them and what they're doing, regardless of what they're doing, I just talk over them. And I just go and give more success in my word I. I'm just more successful, man. No one's wondering how. I guess what, I'll just do better anyway. I feel that no matter what, I see my word I here. I see that. See they are going their own ways, man. There's a little signature here where I may get to enjoy it with actual, like, for example, if I'm going to do it, for example, I understand that with him it's much more different. I understand that I see he can actually have me on board, and he can have me on board with this guy, I think. But that's like, I understand, and then maybe a wife or something and kids. But that's how both life coaches doing there. Make sure that that's all business, man. That's all going around the world and traveling, doing your own career. And so, I mean, you have to go and enjoy yourself in different ways, man. You have to understand how I feel. And I feel that no matter what, I'm sticking to my own words over here. And I said that it's been a while since I've sent them anything. I feel time over here. I mean, the time is a while, you know. Is that a long time? Actually, I can say it's a long time. Actually, no, that's just a while. Time, basically. Especially with them, I promise you it feels like a long time. I can feel it. That's how I feel. And no matter what I'm learning something that everybody can see. Is that fine? But that's what I mean. That's what I'm learning to grow my eye. I'm learning to grow my eye, but that's what. And that was me talking about eye much more than here. If you're growing your eye over here and you're learning to speak with your eye daily, and you're making sure that no matter what that you're learning, the nice people feel the vibration in terms of what you can afford with yourself. I feel that's much more how it is. I'm 44 to 1 in better. 41 to 1 in I. 44 to 1 in I. I mean, that means I have my word I now. I'm sure that if you understand anything about life and you understand how you can see people how because of life, you have to focus on helping yourself to understand that there's certain information you need But that information I understand straight away. I can get it from Grant Cardone. I can get that information from Grant Cardone. I can get that information from Jesus Christ, definitely. I mean, guess what? I mean, Jesus Christ is always first, Grant Cardone, of course. I'm always first, or else I can get the information from I first. Unfortunately, then Jesus Christ, and then I can go Grant Cardone. I can also go all my mentors, and all of them. And all of them, actually guess what? All of them, man. Actually, information is everywhere, man. Actually, information is everywhere. And guess what? I mean, I see that delay, and that's something where I have to go and see something and realize it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what that I have to pass my man. What's up with you? You got pasta. That's what. I have pasta here. I have the pasta. I have the pasta. I actually across the cities. I have the pasta. See now, better ciao. It's more how I can press something like this. I can say something around the ciao. Like I can go na 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 na. I need to sing it. I'm gonna be. Guess what? I'm gonna do this the dogs. Jesus Christ says, there you go. There you go. I have to ask God, man. Actually, guess what? Move on. Guess what? I only ever feed dogs because of what you know. But guess what? I feel like something you're going to hear is very funny in a way that I'm learning something. I'm learning honest. Roshi, it's much more if you're understanding that you never feed dogs something that you never eat yourself. You never feed animals because of what? Because of something you never feed them, because of something you never feed yourself. And never feed the dogs, man. When you feed the dogs, you never feed them something that you never eat yourself. That's how it is, man. And not food their own. I mean, just give them their own food, man. You understand? And give them your own food because of something that you get specifically with the dogs. And that way you understand straight away what I mean. Otherwise, all day I'm focusing on helping myself to succeed this way. And I'm learning quickly about how to deliver content. I guess what? That's the thing. Brush it here. I send that woman over there. Brush the shoot now. Once I can see it. Now I feel that they're having a tough time, mate. It's late at night and they want to sleep, mate. They want to start a new day. And I see those women there. I brought you want to start a new day. I brought you about to kill themselves, mate. I can see it. I mean, why? I mean, because I understand because they are people who go and do escort stuff and they prostitute. And late at night, mate, brush it fucking hanging knife, mate. Brush the hanging knife at the end of the night. Brush it. I mean, they may make the money, but their fucking pussy hurt, man. Like their pussy's hurting, mate. Brush it. Ooh. You have to see this, man. Brush they fuck so much, man. Brush it. They fuck so much that their pussy and genitals are hurting, mate. Because of the pounding, mate. I'm not sure. But that's the worst. That's the worst thing. So what I do is I focus on understanding that there's a better way. There's
a better way forward and a better way to understand straight away how I feel. How I feel is I gave people the experience of a lifetime this way. I focus on making sure I have more enough. So I understand that woman's a bit new to the table, you know. But guess what? Approaching this one how I understand straight away. Now I'm learning something quick. I watch this for eye, I just watch it for eye. And then guess what? Just watch how let's watch more how I feel. So if you see an extra dish, or if you see dishes or something like that, I mean, never wash it for other people. You wash it for your word I. You wash it for the word I, mate. You can wash it. Wash it for yourself, mate. And never wash it for other people, because then they'll appreciate you, mate. And they appreciate you, but the thing is, go and focus on something that I feel over here, that something is happening over here in a way that I'm learning it, that everything's shifting my way. I'm learning how to grow myself in different ways. And just go to Camino and just relax a bit. I'm learning how to grow myself from that point. Once that's something where she finds out there's only a little bit of time left, and just move on, mate. Much more how I feel. Make sure, anyway, the way I do it is I'm learning different styles of whatever it is to learn myself a bit better. I can see how I feel about life, but if you want to feel great, you have to feel how to do great for yourself, mate. I feel if you give people words of encouragement, you just give them words, mate, or should they appreciate it? Or should people appreciate when you give them words? Or that's what I'm saying. No matter what I do, I'm learning how to satisfy my hunger with success here, making sure that I have that nice beautiful feeling of love and devotion with myself to go and deliver. I promise you that when I really understand how to do this, I see now it's much more ask Jesus Christ how to do this now. Once Jesus Christ says, oh, once you put on top of this plate, when I put on top of here, then I am doing much better this way. And that's how I understand straight away I can do it this way, and I'll be careful. So now I just understand straight away how you guys have to understand that I'm learning how to be better and better and better, but as I grow myself differently, I'm learning, okay? I just have to go and see differently, yeah? I just have to focus. Oof. I have to focus on helping myself to succeed here. So guess what? Focus on making sure that no matter what, I can see other people truly never care about you in a way. They don't never care about themselves in that moment. Whereas my bulge without smoking over these cigarettes, mate. But like, oh. Okay, I mean, guess what? I mean, he's never trying to talk to me. I never need his words, man. I never need any of their words, man. Guess what, bro? It's more how words signify your true calling, and they signify what you truly mean about life. And it's more how it is, man. I feel they see straight away how I feel about them. I mean, they see straight away how I feel about them. I wish they feel, let's say, unattractive. I mean, they feel unattractive for me personally. I don't know. Gosh, it's just the way it is. I guess what I mean. Why? I mean, because I never chose to have sex with those brothel women, man. I never chose. I'm pretty sure all feel unattractive, mate. I'm pretty sure they understand that. So what I do now is I go and grow myself. I go and listen to something, but there's only so much time to read. Like why? I mean, why is there so much time to read? Because I feel I need to catch up with everybody. There's all my mentors, but guess what? Brush is more how I feel. I'm catching up. I'm catching up as much as I can. But that's the thing, yeah. I have to do more enough over here. But before I was fucking reading so much hours, man, every single day. I was always on top of that. But today's different, man. I mean, today's different. I mean, now they have to catch up to me, man. That's what Jesus Christ is. I mean, before I was trying to catch up with my mentors, I mean, now they have to catch up to me, man. They have to catch up to me. I mean, they have to catch up to my way of talking every single day. I said, oh, I mean, a long way to go, mate. So this is something different.
I mean, guess what? I mean, that's entertainment, but guess what? Russia, it's much more. I understand that no matter what. Just go and see what that is. And that way I'm learning. See now, there was this woman over here at the nice beautiful government house over here. I could have said hi to her, but guess what? I chose something else. And why is that? I understand because I have nothing against her, but I was just focusing on something else to learn something in that moment. And that's the thing, yeah. I understand she can hear me. I have nothing against her. But the thing is, every single day, I'm learning how to grow myself. And as I grow myself, the thing is that I'm learning how to grow with I. I mean, every single day I focus on making sure, and from now on, if I see someone who I recognize, I mean, if she wants to say hi to me, then guess what? I mean, she can feel free to, or they can feel free to. I have nothing against them, and that's the whole point, yeah. First, the whole point is try to go and really dwell upon helping yourself to succeed, and that's it. I honestly describe what to do in situations like this, where you may recognize someone like people. Rosh Jesus Christ says that if he's feeling up to it, then he can. But Jesus Christ says he never needs to either. Jesus Christ says he never needs to. I mean, it's just the way it is, yeah. I just want to say, guys, that if you have a plate underneath your bowl, just make sure that if you have soup in the bowl, you place a plate underneath the bowl, if you want to, and also if you spill any kind of soup, then it goes on a plate, for example. Although make sure you have some tissues around. If it spills on your table, you have tissues to clean that up. And also Grant Cardone says something amazing. He says, if you have a whiteboard or a little paper that you can draw on and show people some notes in terms of words, it's much more valuable than a $100 voucher or let's say any kind of money out there. So I understand that no matter what, I mean, let's say you have $1 billion, mate. I mean, $1 billion can never teach you what something on a nice and beautiful whiteboard can. Understand? I mean, if I write some words out here and I give you $1 billion, I mean, what do you want? I mean, you want the words or do you want the $1 billion? I mean, you need the words, mate. I mean, if you have a little piece of paper that you can draw on, you can write some words on, well, sure, you can show that to 7.6 billion people about those words and they all learn and grow for decades and centuries. But if you give $1 billion to someone, well, sure, that $1 billion goes to waste and nobody learns anything from that. So learn from Grant Cardone and say that no matter what, it's much more how I say it as well. There you go. And just go and write down on an actual piece of paper something and just value that more than money. I see Grant Cardone is honest with, I mean, he's honest when he says, give up the weekends for 5 years. He's honest about that. But then, once you are ready to hit the nightclubs and you're a music producer, then that never counts anymore. You understand? When you're going to nightclubs to music producing, you're doing music producing and weekends, and then you leave for the weekends to go to music production and you're on the stage while 50 billion people watching you. But then go clubbing, man. And I mean, enjoy it now. I mean, there's no point in listening to Grant Cardone here. Understand? Because I'm a music producer, for example. I go around the world doing music production every Friday and Saturday and Sunday around the world. And guess what? I mean, I live for the weekend as well. I go night clubbing all the time. But I play my music. And I'm the center of attention. Gosh, now I can do some clubbing, really. So understand that although, as a life coach only, you should listen to Grant Cardone. But as a music producer, listen to Grant Cardone until you hit the nightclubs. Because that's how you do it. I see, guys, with sales, I mean, you must understand. I mean, the follow-up in sales really means that if you go and do something to help someone, I mean, if you contact them, then you're following up with them. I mean, guess what? I mean, the thing is that what you want to do here is you want to contact them, but make sure that they contact you instead of you contact them. I mean, you understand? Because that's the best kind of follow-up. Where you give them the best service at the start and they keep coming back. And you never need to follow up with them. I mean, guess what? Understand that. I want to ask Jesus Christ what he does. When Jesus Christ give the best service, where people and customers just keep coming to him, or does Jesus Christ give the best service and he goes to the customers? I mean, guess what? When Jesus Christ says he might, rather give the best service and then just the customers come to him. I say all that Grant Cardone saying to follow up the customer and give them the best service and follow up with the customer. I'm not sure Jesus Christ is the opposite here. Understand? Although guess what? Everything's equal. I'm teaching something Grant Cardone here. I'm teaching Grant Cardone here. I'm teaching everything over here. I'm not sure though, just understand me now. It's much better for me to give you one fucking service in my lifetime. I give you one service in my lifetime. And you can come back to me, baby. I never go to you again. I give you one service, I come up to you the first time, and that's it. But Jesus Christ came up to you how many times in life? When he came up to you one time. Understand? And all the time, customers go to Jesus Christ from that time. Do you understand? The rule with Grant Cardone though, when he says, give the service of the customers, then follow up with customer all the time. But it's never like that anymore. Understand? Once you give the best service at the start and make customers just come to you. Because there's no time for you to call 50 billion people, mate, to follow up with them. Understand? I asked Jesus Christ to say this. I say, this is Gregory Mannarino. So, okay, guys. So, it's me again. So, really? I say, fuck. What's going on in your life, mate? Wait, hold on. Then the next video I watched with Gregory Mannarino says, good morning guys. Say, it's me again. Say, good on. Say, yeah mate. Guess what? I love you. But he starts doing these kind of things like this. And he goes, say, anyway guys, say, welcome back to my show. Say, it's me again. Although, guess what? I love Gregory Mannarino, but he has this kind of, let's say, different persona around him. He says, I love you guys. Say, I thank you for coming. But guess what? It's somewhere along the lines. But I love you. I'm teasing him. Guess what? The whole point is, he's very funny when he enters the show. And the first 10 seconds, his reaction, like, bad news is coming, man. But, he's about to say bad news about something. Or as all there's no bad news, but it just, it's like something is frustrating him in a negative manner, man. And he's never negative, but he feels like something's negative around town. I see Gregory Mannarino, duh. Duh. When he does it to other people, when he's listening to something, duh. Duh, Grandma. I say, duh.
A clear example of that. It just really drives me nuts. Really does.
I see Gregory Mannarino. I say, duh. Duh. See, guys, NFTs are non-refundable. See, NFTs. I see what? I have to just go and see this. See, non-functional what? I see NFTs are non-fundable tokens. And what can you do with that? Virtually all that. Virtually, it's more how it is. See, guys, if you want to understand something, make sure you can go and deliver content in ways that is helping you grow.
So what helps you grow must be something that is words. And listen, guys, first, the more you give your words, and just be honest with yourself, and just talk and talk and talk and talk. And there's no other way to the top other than talking, man. I promise you. First, there's no other way other than talking. I mean, you must understand. I'm doing something for my life. I guess what, I promise you that I see how the government's doing their jobs and all that. I'm sure that, guess what, it's more how those people in the government are working for people who make them slaves. And what you need to do is a great job. For sure that what I understand now is to just go and just enjoy myself in the way that I'm learning. What I'm gonna do is show you guys that the important thing right now is to focus on a delivery content of making sure that if you want to do a better job for yourself, then make sure that you can go and study upon what you want to do in your daily life in a way that you're giving words of encouragement, you're making sure that you're helping people in different ways, and you're exemplifying yourself in a better way to make sure that you're never lazy, but you're looking forward to a better way for yourself, and you're making sure that you do everything one step at a time. Just make sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to clean up your act in different ways, and make sure you understand that no matter what, I have to have a shower as well. But the thing is, now I'm making sure that no matter what, I can focus upon helping myself to succeed differently. But it's the thing, yeah, it's a thing where it's nice and beautiful for me to be able to see that it's cold as well. Otherwise, it's never cold for me, but making sure I can go and do a better job as well for myself. What I want to do is, I see how I feel, for example, and what I want to do is just a better job overall. But to do a better job overall, I have to focus on my life, man. I have to focus on understanding that I just feel like closing my eyes as well. And guess what, bro? That's why I'm understanding that no matter what, I feel that I've lost my word I. But no, I've never lost my word I. I just go to the toilet here. Just make sure I do some washing up, and I make sure I can go and deliver content in my way of life. That's how it is. I mean, guys, just make sure you never cheat on the word I. I mean, make sure that you guys are learning very quickly upon how to do it life. I mean, I understand that for myself over here, online. I just go to my event nicely with my hair like this, in a better way. And I'm making sure that no matter what I do, I'm learning how to study upon my life over here in different ways. I'm making sure that there's so much more to do, but I want to just lay down, I want to close my eyes, I want to understand something. That's not sure how I feel, and no matter what, that if I understand anything about life, I'm making sure that I can go and speak words. Like, guess what, probably it's more how I feel in a way that I can strike up attention for myself to deliver words, and words is something that is much better than anything else. And that's how I feel. I feel I need to go and dwell upon focusing on myself and my words much more than other people. So, for sure, everybody's on their own journey, man. For sure, you have to go and do something today to succeed. I mean, you have to make sure you understand that you have to create your own career. I mean, you guys have to create your own legacy, but guess what? I promise you, it's more how I feel. I feel that there's so much sex going on with other people in terms of pleasure. Now I see that no matter what they are there. For sure that I feel that I need to do better anyway. I have to make sure I'm learning something now. I'm learning how I understand that when I wake up in the morning, first I have an appointment, at what time, first I have to see. I have to see what time my appointment is. But it's around that nice beautiful 10:45 or something like that. That's the way it is, isn't it? And you guys have to check your appointments, and you have to see what time your appointments are. But that's how I'm understanding that no matter what, I feel there's so much work to go and so much work to do that I can only do so much, man, in my 24-hour day. And that's what makes me feel like a failure, for fuck's sake. I mean, I see it. I see I can only do so much work today. I guess I understand that no matter what, that I keep talking, and now because I talk throughout life, because I fucking talk throughout all of that, I'm fucking learning even more, man. I mean, guess what? I congratulate myself. Because guess what? I understand at least I'm fucking talking, yeah? I mean, at least I'm fucking talking all day long, man. I mean, at least I know if I can do nothing, man. I'm doing something to help people. I'm doing something to at least give fucking people content about me and what's funny about me, at least. You understand? And it's fucking a big difference, man. What I do is I do a different life. I understand that no matter what. I focus on making sure I have more enough, man. I have more enough of everything. I can see how I need to go and grow myself, but the thing is, I see how she has this nice, beautiful attraction for me in a way of wanting to have something with me, in a way that she wants pleasure for me. But the thing is, every single day, as I grow and learn, as I do something to help myself to succeed, I'm focusing on understanding something. Focusing on understanding how my communication level here has to be better, man. I have to talk better. I have to talk so much better. And guess what? Which it's more how those habits are coming up, man. And the habits of what? I mean, habits of tackling life, mate. I have to fucking tackle life, mate. I have to tackle life in different ways. I see my events coming up in 2 days' time. Which it's already what day, man? It's already the 26th. It's already the 26th now. Or sure that means they'd say nice and beautiful Wednesday. And guess what, bro? My event's coming up in 2 days, and I guess what, bro? 2 days. I have plenty of time to prepare for this. I have plenty of time to prepare. But what I'll start to do for my seminar now? I want to let it be now. I want to let that be. Whereas I have to go and see with hair braids. I understand to just forget about it. I forget about hair braids, mate. I mean, why? Why forget about hair braids? I mean, because I understand something. I have to upload my content as well. I mean, I have something better to do, mate. I'm making sure that I can have more enough money for myself to go and do greater. I save on hair braids. Hair braids I can get in 2 weeks, mate. I'm not rushing to get hair braids, man. I just write over here. I write 2 weeks over here in hair braids, and I'm focusing on saying that my life's changing. My life's changing quick, man. I say I get hair braids. See, now 2 weeks from now, I say I have a nice and beautiful time over here in ways of growth. But the thing is, I can see a difference, man. I can see a massive difference in me. I can see a difference of persuasion and different techniques and different scenarios. I'm having fun. I realize although I can see straight away how I feel in different scenarios. But guess what? I need to grow myself differently. I can see how others have a long way to go in terms of life. I can see that. I mean, never fall short of glory and never fall for six, mate. With others, I mean, go and understand that what you need to do is go and understand to have sex with yourself in words. I mean, fall for words, mate, in better ways. And focus on saying that what you need to do is get better. I get hair braids. I get hair. I get African hair braids. Whereas, although guess what, bro? It's more how I'm trying to always develop myself in different ways. But the thing is, I'm always doing something to help you. I'm always doing something to help you anyway. And isn't that the point of life, man? And the point of life is helping you. I have to help you to succeed. I have to do something to help you. I have to make sure I can see straight away how I feel. I mean, there's a big difference between I and other people, man. I can see straight away how they promote themselves and how I promote myself. We have a long way to go, mate. I can see straight away my Instagram. And it's nice and beautiful, mate. I can see that. I can see how I grow myself differently, man. I grow myself differently in ways that helps me to grow differently. But that's the thing, I feel that no matter what, I can see straight away how I feel. And I can see the physical realm, I can see straight away how I understand. I just go and grow myself differently. And that's what I do. I grow myself differently. But guess what? I feel that no matter what, I have more enough time and success to just grow. And as I grow myself, I focus on understanding that now. Since I'm actually planning my life, I want to detail something. I feel it's more about life coaching now. I mean, life coaching what, man? In life coaching everything, but after life coach myself into the better way of life, man. And now, I mean, what has been changing? I mean, what has been changing around my life now? I mean, my event's coming up in 2 days' time. I mean, my event's coming around. My event's coming around 2 days. I mean, my event's coming up in 2 days. Like, I mean, just celebrate that way. I'll do better than that. I'm not limiting myself. Brushing now, guess what? Brushing, it's much more how I feel. I feel that is now something better. Brushing, and what else? I mean, what else is happening? I feel that no matter what, that I have to get clothing. I can see what I'm wearing as well. And what else, man? I mean, guess what? Brush for my seminar. Brush, that's it, man. Brush, that's it, man. I gave my best, man. I gave my best, bro. I see, however, I asked Jesus Christ what he does now for the seminar. So Jesus Christ says, push yourself and go grab more business cards and just go around town. And go walk around more. I have to push myself for here. Or is that I can do that, and what else I can do? I said, Jesus Christ says, do as much as you can. I mean, that's it. I mean, I understand that for now. I focus on understanding that I want to deliver content. I have to go and upload all my content too. And now I realize that it's much more how I put pressure on myself here to go quickly to a nice and beautiful way of life over here. That in the morning I have to wake up. I have to wake up in the morning to go to the appointment. Now, guess what? I realize that my word eye is here. But guess what? I mean, that's something where my word eye has been falling. I mean, why is that? I mean, guess what? I realize it's more how I said to them that I'm leaving over here. I'm leaving. I mean, although, guess what? Well, that's why I still have my word eye. I still have my word eye, but guess what? I realize that as I grow myself, I realize that I can see straight away I love everything. I can feel that no matter what. That my life is different. I mean, as I grow myself differently, I'm looking to see how I feel. I feel much more, let's say, in preoccupation to go and suffer and to never suffer. But I see that no matter what, I feel that other people are struggling over here. I feel they're struggling. I feel they're in turmoil for having kids and being able to do what they're doing. I can see it. I can see that. I realize although that's why I'm understanding that no matter what, then they have to create a family and also bring in the money and have the great legacy. Say, ooh. I mean, and then travel the world by themselves. Say, ooh. And then they have to have great health. I say, ooh. And then I realize, and then they have to do their Instagrams and social media. I mean, they have to do their Instagrams and social media. Say, ooh. So they have to stay sober and have to follow Jesus Christ more. Say, ooh. I see this is more how I understand that it's I. For sure, I'm talking about The Miz and his girlfriend. Does a WWE. I can see they're having that kind of lifestyle. But guess what, bro? It's more how I feel that I'm doing better, but guess what, bro? I have to do better anyway. But everybody has to do better. Or they're doing better than other people. What is it? For sure, guess what, bro? It's more how I understand. I'm listening to myself anyway. I'm listening to myself in a way that I can see straight away. I need to understand. I can see. I deserve more too. I have to do better anyway. But the thing is, every single day, I focus on I focus on understanding that I've never fallen or anything. But the words over here, man, I can see the words. See now, the words is saying over here that I have to get ready for this one. And it's not showing anticipation over here that I can do it. I can do it. But the thing is, that now on the day, I have superb excitement. I have superb excitement for this one. It's more hype, or it's a hype now. Now, especially people around town can fucking feel it, mate. And they can feel it coming, mate. And they can feel this one coming. But it's just a waiting. But now, on the day, I make sure that no matter what, I can learn something. I can learn how to put the money in my pocket. That's it. I mean, every single day, I give the notion to people over here that I understand. I just receive the money and like going. And guess what? Probably it's more how I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning, man. I'm learning how tough life can be. Life can be tough, man. But what's so tough about this life now that I have? I have no tough life. I realize there's so much fucking work to do. I realize that's what gives me meaning. For sure, what gives me meaning is more work. I'd rather have more work than less work in life. I'd rather have a higher purpose than less. I'd rather have a higher purpose. I'd rather have a higher purpose than a lower purpose in my way. For sure. So what I do is I focus on saying that I'm getting messages from people, so I'm making sure that I understand straight away how I feel. I'm making sure that I understand how I feel. So I understand that, for example, with other people over here, I see Trish. I understand that with her, I can see it's much more how it is. I'm not sure that, guess what? It's much more how that nice and beautiful tone over here. Which is something I understand. And it's much more how I feel. But why, man? Why do you talk about it? You have to talk about it. You have to talk about everything. Never have shame for anything, mate. I understand these people show respect, mate. When they're showing respect for me. Or I'm just moving up, man. Moving up in different ways and making sure I'm doing something to help myself to succeed. In different ways and making sure I have nice and beautiful tonalities over here. I'm doing something to help myself to do better. Focus on staying. I can see straight away how I feel. But it's time to just go in bed. It's time to go to bed, mate. And just keep talking more words, mate. And just keep talking more words. And talk as much words as you can in life. And never give up. Otherwise, it's worth it. Also, before bed, I save my video, no matter how long it is. No matter how long my videos or audio programs are before I sleep, I'm sure I stop it and I'll upload it online. And that way I never lose it, mate.